Hi, I'm Vincent, and in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can start sending 100 cold emails per day, and for that, we will use the tool Instantly.ai. For this tutorial, I will show you everything you need. For example, how to buy domains and Google mailboxes to be able to send cold emails, how to set up properly your email accounts to get the best deliverability, how to automatically warm up all your email addresses. So same here, it's for your deliverability, how to find leads and get their verified emails. And for that, I will show you a real example on how to find decision makers on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, how to create your first cold email campaign with the best settings, and finally, how to reply to your leads directly and instantly. So basically, if you follow this video, you will be able to start sending 100 cold emails a day, and I'm sure that it will help you to generate some leads for your business. So let's start. For this tutorial, I will use the tool Instantly.ai. It's one of the best when you want to send cold emails. So if you want to try for free this tool, you just need to click the first link in the description and then you will be on this page. I just want to let you know that if you use the link in the description, you will get an extended free trial and you support my work. So once you click the link in the description, as I told you, you will be on this page. And now if you want to create a free account, you just need to click here on Start for free. Then here to create a new account, you can sign up with Google or with Apple, or if you are more like me and you prefer to write an email and password, you have this option here. Then I check this box and I click on Join Now. Once you've created your free account, you will get access to Instantly, and you will see on the left all the features that you can use on Instantly. And you see that we have a lot of features. And in the middle, you will get access to the feature. So the most important features that you will use are email accounts. So basically with this feature, you can connect or create new email accounts to be able, of course, to send cold emails. Then here you have campaigns. So this is where you can create or manage all your cold email campaigns. Then here just below you have Unibox. And with this feature, you can see your replies in Instantly and you can reply to your leads. So very useful. And finally here you have analytics. And with this feature, you can see all your analytics. For example, the number of cold emails sent, the number of reply rate, and so on. So this feature is very useful if you want to monitor properly your campaigns. Now that you know how to navigate in Instantly, I want to show you the good settings. So for that, the first thing you need to do is to go here at the bottom left of your screen. You click here and then you go here in settings. Once you are in your settings, I recommend you to go here in preferences. Then you scroll a little bit and here make sure that you have automatically post campaigns with high bounce rates. So make sure that you have this option to protect your deliverability. Then if you scroll, I recommend you to have two notifications. So one when you have an account disconnection and when you have a positive reply. Then don't forget to click on save. And now if you want to connect Instantly.ai to some tools, you go here in integrations and here you have many options. For example, you can connect instantly to your Calendly or to Google Calendar. Here you have HubSpot, and if I scroll, here you have Slack, and this one is very useful because you can say, okay, I want a notification on my Slack account when I have a positive reply. So Slack, very useful. Then here you have block list, and basically with this feature, you can say that you don't want to reach out to these people. For example, I recommend you to add your existing clients or your competitors. So always useful to do that. So here I have just one people in my block list. it's just for this tutorial. And if you want to add some people to this blacklist, you click here on import. And here you have the choice when you want to import some people to this blacklist. Finally, it's time to go here in advanced deliverability. And here, if I scroll, I recommend you to have this. So disable open tracking. And why we disable the tracking? It's because it will hurt a lot your deliverability. So 2 or 3 years ago, it was okay to track if your emails are open or not. But today, it's not a good practice and it will hurt a lot your deliverability. Then for your deliverability, make sure that you have this option. So always send first email as text only. So you don't want any HTML in your cold emails. So that's why you only want plain text. So activate this option. So make sure that you have these two options and then you click on save. All right, so now that you have the good settings, it's time to connect or create your mailboxes. So for that, you go here in email accounts. And here, for example, you see all my email accounts. And now if you want to create or connect your email accounts, you just need to go here and you click on add new. Now on this page, you see that you have 3 options, but before I show you in details each option, I want to show you what is an email infrastructure, because then it will help you to understand what's the best option for you. So if you want to send cold emails, you need to buy domains. For example, a domain is, for example, hubspot.com, like this. Or in my case, I have a SaaS called giveminutes.io. So giveminutes.io is a domain. And the second thing you need to be able to send and receive emails is, of course, mailboxes. And your mailboxes will be connected to your domains. In my case, for example, I have a mailbox called vincent@giveminutes.io. Now for one domain, so let's type domain 1. You can connect between 2 to 5 mailboxes. So let's say 2 just for this tutorial, because we want to send 100 cold emails per day. So the infrastructure I recommend you to do when you want to send 100 cold emails a day is to have 2 domains. And for each domain, you have 2 mailboxes. And with one mailbox, you can send between 20 to 30 cold emails per day. And for this tutorial, to be safe for your deliverability, I recommend you to send 25 cold emails per day and not more. So you see, with this email infrastructure, you will be able to send 100 cold emails per day. And that's exactly what we want for this tutorial. Cold emails per day. And here with this configuration and all the settings I will show you in a few minutes, you will get the perfect deliverability. And now that you have a good idea of what is an email infrastructure, it's time to go back on Instantly and see the options you have to create or connect your existing email accounts. So the first option you have is to buy pre-warmed accounts. And basically, if you click here on continue, you have existing domains. So with this option, you can't select the domain you want to use, but you need to use some domains that are already existing. So let's select an existing domain. And if you use this option, I recommend you to use a .com extension because it's better for your deliverability. So let's select this one, for example. And here you see that for this domain, you need to pay $15 per year. Then we click on next. And here, if I scroll, you see that I can have existing email accounts and the provider is Google. And why it's Google? It's because you will get the best deliverability. What's interesting with this option is that you buy email accounts that are already existing and they are already warmed. So it means if you want, you can send cold emails today with these email accounts. Now, the main drawback of this option is, of course, the price. So you need to pay $10 a month per email account. So you see that you need to pay $50 a month just for 5 email accounts. So it's very expensive. And on top of that, you need to pay $15 per year for the domain. So in my opinion, this is a good option only if you want to send cold emails today. But if you can wait a little bit, I want to show you another option. Now, the second option you have is the done for you email setup. So if I click here, you see this time that I can buy a domain directly in Instantly, or I can use an existing domain. So let's say that I want to buy a new domain and I recommend you to remove .org because we only want .com domains. And let's try Give Me It, for example. Here you see some suggestions. For example, let's say gotgivemeleads.com. And here you see the price, so $15 for one domain per year. Then I click on Next. And now here, if you want, you can modify your sender name and last name. And here you see your emails. You see this time that the price is better. So it's $5 per email account per month. So if you don't want to buy domains by yourself and then set up everything, for example, create your mailboxes and so on, this option is very good. And now the last option you have is to connect existing accounts. So if you want to have an email infrastructure at the best price, I recommend to buy domains on Spaceship. It's around $9 per year. And you can use Zapmail to buy mailboxes. And I think that it's $3 or $4 per mailbox. And if you want to see in details, step by step, how to buy domains and set up your mailboxes by yourself and get the best price available on the market, you can check a video I've made specifically on this topic. So if you want to see this video, you just need to click on the top right of your screen. So at the end, if you want to send 100 cold emails a day, I recommend you to have 2 domains and 4 mailboxes exactly like this. Domain 1, domain 2, and for each domain, you have 2 mailboxes like this. And you will see later that we will set up a maximum of 25 cold emails per day per mailbox. All right, so now that you've connected some email accounts to Instantly, it's time to take care of the deliverability. So for that, we will set up the good settings and we will launch the warm-up. So let's go back on Instantly. So on this page, as I told you, you will see all your email accounts. And now if you want to modify the settings of your email accounts, you just need to click here, then select all, and then you click here in bulk edit settings. So the first thing we need to do is to set up our sender name. So in my case, it's Vincent Robin. Then here you can set up your signature. So this signature will appear at the bottom of your cold emails. So what I like to do is to type _, then first name, so in my case, Vincent, from company name, so Give Me Leads. Now, quick tip for your deliverability, make sure that you don't have any link, image, or whatever. Just keep it simple with text only, because if you include a link or an image, it will hurt your deliverability. So first name from company name, it's perfect. Now let's scroll. And here you see that we have some campaign settings. So here in daily campaign limit, you can define the number of cold emails you want to send per day. And I recommend you to put 25. Then minimum wait time, 5 minutes. Then here campaign slow up, I recommend you to activate this option. And basically it will increase the number of campaign emails sent per day gradually. So it's perfect for the deliverability. Then reply to address, we don't care. Custom tracking domain, I strongly recommend to not activate this option, because if you track, for example, your email opens, or if you track your link, you will get some deliverability problems. So it was a good practice to track everything like 2 or 3 years ago, but right now not a good practice at all, and it will hurt a lot your deliverability if you enable this option. Then we have some warm-up settings. So increase per day 1, daily warm-up limit 10, disable slow warm-up, don't activate this, and reply rate 50. And finally, you click on save. And now we have the good settings for our email accounts. And now the next thing we need to do is to warm up these email addresses. So for that, it's the same process. Select all, then you click here on the 3 dots and you click on enable warm up. And now the warm up is active. And if I check on this email address, for example, you see that I have some details about my warm-up. So it works well and that's perfect. So before sending any cold emails to your leads, I recommend to wait between 2 to 4 weeks before sending cold emails. Now, of course, if you've selected this option, so you bought pre-warmed accounts, you don't need to wait because your email accounts are already warmed. But if you've selected the other options, so these 2 options, you need to wait between 2 to 4 weeks. All right, so now that everything is set up properly for your email accounts and that you need to wait a little bit before sending cold emails, I want to show you how to create your first cold email campaign. And I will show you in details how to find leads. And I will show you a real example on how to find leads on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So for that, we need to go back on my computer. Now, if you want to create your first campaign, you just need to go here and you click on campaigns. And then you click here on add new. Here you can give a name for your campaign. So for example, let's say that I want to target people who are head of marketing in the US and the company headcount is between 500 to 1,000 people. So what I like to do is to type the filters I will use to identify my leads. And then I click on continue. So let's click on add leads. And here you see that we have 4 options. So we can upload a CSV. We can use the Instantly database, so super search. You can enter emails manually, but not very useful, or you can use Google Sheets. For this tutorial, as I told you, I want to show you how to find decision makers on LinkedIn Sales Navigator and how to get their emails. So for that, we need to go here on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And now if I want to find some leads, I just need to click here on lead filters. On LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you have many filters that you can use. So these filters are here on the left, and on the right, you will see the results, so the leads. So I said that I want to target people who are head of marketing. Then I said that I want these people based in the US. So I click on include. And finally, the last filter I want to use is company headcount. And I want between 500 to 1,000 people. Now you see on the right part of my screen my results. And with these 3 filters, you see that I have a bit more than 700 leads. And if I check my leads, I have people who are head of marketing, head of marketing, head of marketing, director of marketing. So that's exactly what we want. Now, if you want to export these people and get the verified emails, unfortunately, you can't do that natively on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And that's why you need a third-party tool like Give Me Leads to have a button like this one, Extract Leads. So if you want to easily export some leads from LinkedIn Sales Navigator and get the verified emails, you can try Give Me Leads for free. So for that, you just need to go on givemeleads.io or you have a link in the description. Then you click here on Start for free. You create your account, and if you want, you can sign up with Google. Then if you want to have this button on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you need to install the Give Me Leads Chrome extension. So for that, you click on Add to Chrome and then Add Extension. Once you install the Chrome extension, you will see this button. And then if you want to export these people, very easy, you click on Extract Leads. Then you will be redirected to your Give Me Leads account. Here you can give the number of people you want to export. So let's say for this tutorial 200. And here just below, you say that you want the emails of these leads from LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Then we click on export leads. And now we just need to wait a little bit. And what I'm going to do is to rename my export. So I target people who are head of marketing in the US, and the company headcount is between 500 to 1,000 people. And now I just need to wait a few minutes. All right, so as you can see, after 3 minutes, my export is done. And now if I want to see my list of leads, I just need to click here and then download CSV. So here is my list of leads. And if I check the number of leads, I see that I have 200 leads, which is perfect. Now on top, you see that you have all the information you need to reach out to these people. So you have, for example, the first name, last name, LinkedIn URL. So always useful if you want to reach out to your leads on LinkedIn. You have, of course, the verified emails of your leads. So when it's verified, it means that it's completely safe for your deliverability to send a cold email to the lead. You have the job title, location, and actually you have much more information. For example, you have the company name, company website, might be useful if you want to personalize your cold emails using AI, company location, company industry, and so on. So when you export your leads with Give Me Leads, we do two things. First, we make sure that the data is clean. For example, for the first name, last name, and company name, you don't have any problems with capital letters or with people with a rocket emoji in their first name. So you don't have poly with a rocket emoji like this. So for example, if you want to say hi first name in your sequence and you want to use this colon first name, so you don't want to have hi Vincent with a rocket emoji at the end, and instead you want a clean data like this, so hi Vincent. So with this feature, you don't need to waste your time to manually clean the data because we do it for you. Now, the second thing we do is to verify if your leads match your filters or not. So that's why on the left, you see two columns. So matches filters and invalid reason. So when it's true, it means that the lead perfectly matches all your filters. But if I scroll, you will see that some of them have false. For example, here we have wrong job title, wrong company size, wrong job title, and so on. So if we check Rebecca, for example, so let's check her job title. Yeah, Rebecca is fractional head of content. So basically, she is not head of marketing. And same here, we have senior customer marketing manager. So not head of marketing. So with this feature, you don't need to waste your time to check if each lead matches your filters or not, because we do it for you. And at the end, you can decide to keep some leads, or if you want, you can just remove all of them. And that's what I'm going to do. So I select all the leads with false here. Then I click on delete. And now here I know that I only have people who are head of marketing in the right company size in the US. And now that we have a clean list of leads, it's time to upload it directly in Instantly. So I'm back on Instantly. Now I click here on upload CSV. And now here I just need to click on click to upload and select my list of leads on my computer. So I've just uploaded my list of leads. And now the next step is to map the columns that we have in our list of leads with the Instantly variables. So make sure that you have at least first name with first name, because in your cold email, you will say hi first name, and make sure that you have email with email like this. So make sure that you have everything you need. Then you scroll. Then here we don't need that. And we click on upload all. Now the next step is to write your sequence. And here you can write your subject. And this one is very important because it's the first thing your leads will see when you send a cold email. So your subject is very important. So in my case, let's say that I want to say export leads. And here I can write my cold email. So for example, I can say hi first name. And if I want to use the first name variable I just need to click here and select first name. And now here I can write my cold email. So let's say, for example, that I want to promote my SaaS Give Me Leads. So I want to ask, do you use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to build your list of leads? And then I write best, and I want to add my signature. So for that, variables, then signature. And now let's have a preview by clicking here on preview. So hi Polly, do you use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to build your list of leads? Best. And here you see my signature, Vincent from Give Me Leads. Now, if you want to improve the deliverability of your cold emails, I recommend you to use some Spintax. So for that, you go here and you click on AI tools and then AI Spintax Writer. And by doing that, each of your emails will be a bit different and it will basically improve your deliverability. So make sure that everything is great. And then the second thing I recommend you to do to improve your deliverability is to make sure that you don't have any HTML in your cold email. So for that, you select your text and then you go here and you click on clean HTML. And by doing that, you make sure that you don't have HTML in your cold email. Now let's click on save and let's add one follow-up. So if you want to add a follow-up, you click here on add step. And here you can write your follow-up. So for example, quick follow-up. Then I click on save. And here I can select the delay between my first and second message. So let's say 3 days. Save. And now you see on the left my first cold email and here my follow-up. Once you've created your sequence, I recommend you to go here in schedule. Now on this page, you can select when you want to send your cold emails for this campaign. So for that, if you want to start sending cold emails today, you just need to select now, or if you want, you can select next Monday and then apply. Then here you can set up the timing. So when you want to send your cold emails, so from 9 a.m., perfect, to 5 p.m. And here you have the time zone. So it's not your time zone, but the time zone of your leads. And in my case, because I target people based in the US, this time zone is perfect. And here you can select which days you want to send your cold emails. So from Monday to Friday, it's perfect. Then we click on save. And finally, the last thing we need to do is to go here in options. And here we have to set up some options. So here you can select the email accounts you want to use. So you can select them all, for example. Then for this option, stop sending emails on reply, enable. Open tracking, disable, you don't want that. And finally here in delivery optimization, make sure that you send emails as text only. And finally, you click on launch. So are you sure? Yes, publish. And now you see my campaign is active. Now, if you want to edit your campaign, you just need to click on it. And here you can go in sequence, for example, where you can modify your cold emails. And if you want to add some leads, you go here in leads and then add leads. And here you select how you want to add some leads to this campaign. Once you've launched your cold email campaign, you just need to wait a few minutes or a few hours before getting some replies. And I want to show you how to manage your replies directly in Instantly. So for that, you need to go here in Unibox. And here, basically, you will be able to see your replies. So here you have the list of all your replies. And here on the right, you will get the details. For example, here I have someone who is interested because he said price for 10K leads per month. And now if you want to reply to your leads, you just need to click on reply. And here you can type your reply. So if you follow this tutorial step by step, you have everything you need to start sending 100 cold emails per day. Now, as I told you, if you want to try Instantly for free and get an extended free trial, you just need to click the first link in the description. If you want to easily export leads from LinkedIn Sales Navigator and get the emails of your leads, you can go on givemeleads.io, or you can find a link in the description. And finally, if you want to see a complete beginner-friendly tutorial on how to use LinkedIn Sales Navigator to find decision makers, you can click somewhere on the screen. It was Vincent. I wish you a nice day, and I see you in the next video. Bye-bye.